things will be much different for the Dallas Cowboys this coming April. 1 year prior, they had dire needs at several positions and were doing what they could to retain players they believed would help salve some wounds heading into the 2018 NFL Draft, but would end up losing key talent, as is usually the case when free agency rolls around. The good news for the club is they were awarded the maximum count of 4 compensatory picks in 2018 for their losses suffered in free agency 1 year prior, when they lost Barry Church, Ronald Leary, Brandon Carr and Morris Claiborne to the open market all in the same offseason. They won't come anywhere near the 4-pack in 2019, but they won't leave empty-handed either. The expectation has been and remained the Cowboys would be awarded a 4th-round compensatory pick in 2019 for the loss of linebacker Anthony Hitchens, and that is now the case. The NFL made it official on February 22, and the Cowboys will enjoy an extra selection, according to a league announcement, landing the 136th overall pick. This gives the team 6 picks in all, having given up their first-rounder to land wideout Amari Cooper last season. And they fall as follows, based upon round: 1st 0, 2nd 1, 58, 3rd 1, 90, 4th 2, 128, 136, 5th 1, 165, 6th 0, 7th 1, 241, __. In order to virtually guarantee they'd land the extra 4th-rounder, the Cowboys had to make a decision on if they'd retain wide receiver Deonte Thompson beyond Week 10. The veteran was signed in the offseason to a 1-year deal with $1 million in guarantees, before being cut in the final roster shakedown and resigned shortly thereafter. He remained on the team despite being negligible in both the receiving and return game, leading to the re-signing of Bryce Butler, another move that didn't pan out, and ultimately the trade for Cooper 1 week ahead of the trade deadline. Despite the team's love of Thompson's speed, he never became the deep threat they hoped for and had a problem with drops during the season. Through 8 games, he had only 124 receiving yards on 14 receptions, and was inconsequential as a returner. The addition of Cooper and the activation of Noah Brown from injured reserve meant the end of Thompson, who was released on November 9, just 2 days ahead of Week 11 officially kicking off. Close call, considering they had to release him before Week 10 ended on the league calendar to still qualify for the comp pick in 2019. The league formula for determining compensatory picks is a complex one, but the gist of it is fairly simple. When a team loses a free agent, the size of that player's new deal is compared to incoming signings of that same team that year. The goal is to balance the field across the board, giving teams who've lost a great deal in free agency a chance to stop the bleeding by way of the NFL Draft, in what's essentially a game inside the game. Wily organizations like the New England Patriots factor potential compensatory picks into their free agency model, using it to help them decide who they sign, re-sign and at what size contract, considering value of outgoing and incoming deals are also a key determinant in how the league figures out who gets what. To put it plainly, if you don't gain equal the amount of value you lost, you will likely land an extra pick of some sort. The maximum number any organization can be awarded at 4, and the highest possible compensatory pick is a 3rd-rounder. They're also tradable, adding yet another layer to the aforementioned chess match between front offices, knowing they can leverage the added selections in a package for either a player or to move up in the draft and select a better talent. With the Cowboys not having a first-round pick a la the Cooper trade, it'll be interesting to see if they stay put in their assigned slots or if they attempt to work a deal or two that involves the comp pick to move around a bit. Stay tuned.